This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So your question regarding the different types of nodes that are available in a blockchain is very valid because there's a lot of types of nodes. I mean, I wouldn't say there are 10, 12, but there are three types of nodes that you need to be aware of in a blockchain, right? The first type is the one I'll be constantly talking about in my sessions, right? That is the full nodes, right? The first type of node that you need to understand is the full node. A full node means that they are a part of this blockchain network, and a full node is not something alien technology or whatever. It's just your laptop. Let's say you want to be a full node, you need to download this software called as Bitcoin Core. Or if you want to become a full node in Ethereum, you need to download this software called as Go Ethereum, or in short, we call it Geth, right? So once you download the software, you're going to sync with the entire blockchain. What does this process of syncing mean? You're going to download the entire blockchain into your system. For example, Ethereum blockchain is now 950 GB, and Bitcoin blockchain, as far as I remember, is about 700 GB of data. So you'll download that, and you'll have the entire blockchain from the Genesis block, the first block, till the latest block in your laptop itself, right? So that is the full node. What is the advantage of being a full node? You can create your own wallet and you can validate transactions yourself because you have the complete copy and all the transactions of Bitcoin and Ethereum itself, right? Next is you want to become a miner. You can do that only with a full node, right? If you want to start mining and you want to get that reward that is provided to all the miners, then you'll be able to do that only if you have a full node in your system, right? So that will be the first thing. So full node and nodes which do mining. The other type of node is called as a light node. So these light nodes come into picture when people do not want to download the entire copy of the blockchain, and they just want to do some transactions. As in people like us who wants to own some cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ether, ADA, whatever, and I want to just transact with them. I want to send it to people. I want to receive it from people. I just want to be a user of Bitcoin, but not be a node in a Bitcoin. These types of things are called as light nodes, and all of the wallets that you see, including the hardware wallets, online wallets, and all of these types of wallets that we have been discussing about, makes you a light node in the blockchain, right? Now, being a light node, how can you start a transaction? How can you validate a transaction? The light nodes does not do anything at all, right? Whenever you start a transaction in a light node, it is going to send the transaction request. What will be a transaction request? Let's say Karen is sending 100 bitcoins to Raghu, although I wish that happens. She will enter this as a request, right? The sender is Karen, receiver is Raghu, and the amount of bitcoin is 100. So this will be the transaction request, and she'll also sign the transaction using a digital signature, and then this will go to the nearest full node, and from the full node only the actual process starts. So this full node will broadcast the transaction, then it will go to the transaction pool, miners will do their work of proof of work, and then it will get added to the blockchain, right? So the light nodes are not part of this diagram which I've been showing on the course, but light nodes are separate, and whenever you do a transaction from a light node, it goes to a full node and then the process starts. So I guess that explains the different types of nodes that we have in a blockchain itself.
That makes a lot of sense. Now,
Yeah,
in your diagram,
not many would want to download the entire blockchain. Even me, right? I have a MacBook which is 256 GB SSD, right? And I also have a hard disk which is about 1 TB, right? So I don't want to download the entire blockchain, which is about 900 GB, into my laptop and provide the entire space that I have in my hard disk to the blockchain itself, right? But yes, I do want to use cryptocurrencies, and I want to transact with them and etc. So for that we have wallets. You just need to create an account and start using it.
so with the wallets, one of my sisters was asking, like, do people own more than one type of wallet or more than one wallet? Like, can you have multiple private keys for different transactions, or what do people normally do with wallets?
Okay, That's a good question. So it all depends on the use case, right? So
Mhm.
in banking, if you want to create an account, people can have multiple accounts. They can have one account for themselves, one account as a joint account which they with their spouse, one account for their business like a current account, and one account for just savings, one account for investment purposes, and a lot of types of accounts, right? So it all depends on the use case, I would say. The blockchain does not restrict you from having multiple accounts. So you can have any number of accounts as you want. I know many Bitcoin whales in the sense people who own a lot of Bitcoins, right? So they are called as whales in the
Yeah.
blockchain ecosystem. So those people who own hundreds and hundreds of accounts also. So it is all up to you. One of the defining cases I could say is that uh, traders in Bitcoin, right? What do they do is they have an exchange account. So in, for example, in Binance or whatever, they will create an account in the exchange, and they use that account for constant trading of this Bitcoin. They'll buy and sell and hold the Bitcoins within their account, which is there in the exchange, right? Second
Mhm.
thing, they have a separate account as a hardware wallet. So that is for long-term investment purposes. So they don't want to trade with that Bitcoins or whatever. They just want to buy that and keep it into the hardware wallet for, let's say, 10 years, 20 years, and probably gift that hardware wallet to their sons or daughters after so much time, right? That
Mhm.
is one type of account which they maintain. And then they also have this concept of long-term tradable assets and short-term tradable assets. So long-term tradable assets, probably they'll move it to some online or desktop wallets. And yeah, there are multiple options. You can have anything, and whether you should do it depends on your use case.
Mhm. Yeah, it was cool to see in your video because my sisters and I bought the Ledger Family Pack without knowing really what we were doing. So we're like, yeah, we did something right.
Okay.
So
Yeah, yeah, of
we have
course. Hardware
we
wallets are one of the most secure things to store your cryptos in, and definitely that's a good choice to go for it.
I mean, they're empty right now, but one day we'll put something in them, I guess.
That's fine. You can even start investing very small amounts like $5, $10 and things like that. So choose the best exchange where you want to buy your cryptos. And Canada has a lot of exchanges as far as I know. For people around the world, you can open in some Binance or country specific exchanges or something. And global exchanges are a few things, right? We
Yeah.
have Coindex, Binance, CoinSquare. In Canada, I know cryptocurrency exchange called as NDAX. So these are exchanges where you can buy very safely all of your cryptos. Don't
Mhm.
choose some new exchanges because they won't have the enough liquidity to give you this cryptos. So choose your exchange wisely. Once you buy the Bitcoin, immediately transfer your coins from your exchange to your hardware wallets. That will probably you can consider this as a SIP also, systematic investment plan. Every month you allocate some money as savings and buy crypto using that. I know many people who are doing that now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's all very interesting. And so say I have a bunch of crypto and now I want some cash out of it or I want to cash it in, like how does that work? Like how do you convert it from,
Okay,
digital currency to cash currency?
fine. Yeah, that's a good concern. I mean, I keep on getting cryptos and storing it in hardware wallets. If I want to convert, what do I do? Right.
Yeah.
So for that, you have two options. One is your exchange itself. There is no other better place to convert your cryptos into fiat currency because the fiat currency is converted into cryptos only in these exchanges, right? Binance or wherever you are buying it from. So you
Right.
go to the same exchange and sell your bitcoins into USDT. USDT is the stable coin for US dollars, right? So you sell your one Bitcoin and you get $9,000 in your exchange. And then the exchange provides a mechanism to send that money to your bank account, right? So it's a two-step process where you sell your cryptos, convert it into USDT. That's a cryptocurrency which value is always pegged to the US dollar. So one USDT Tether is always equal to one US dollar, right? That's the price. It does not change like Bitcoin. But whenever you want to sell it, you will sell it and convert that into USDT. And then USDT can be sent to your bank accounts. So this is how this two-step process works, and this is the first method, right? The second
Right.
method is that you can go to a Bitcoin ATM if your country has a Bitcoin ATM. They are machines where you can enter your public key, private key, and then you can convert your cryptocurrency into fiat, withdraw the fiat from there, and then you can easily convert it. The biggest trouble with that is that there is a lot of transaction fees involved when you do crypto to fiat using Bitcoin ATMs, right? In the range of 10, 15, 20%. If you are ready to do that, then you can use a Bitcoin ATM as well. So these are the two options. I can think of the third option being peer-to-peer, as in there is a website called as Local Bitcoins. So if anyone in your country or in your locality has fiat currency and they want to buy Bitcoin, and you are a person who wants to sell Bitcoin and get fiat currency, right? Then you make a match, and hence you can meet somewhere locally in your area, and you can convert your Bitcoin into fiat currency, just like a regular, let's say, second-hand two-wheeler, four-wheeler kind of a transaction. You can change that. Some of the websites that do it is Local Bitcoins, Paxful, and these kind of websites. These are portals which allow the sellers and buyers to meet somewhere and convert their currencies.
Hmm. Sounds good. Sounds easy, more or less. I don't
So
like
yeah, you
transaction
need
fees.
to have buyers and sellers. If
Yeah.
there are enough people, you can definitely do that in peer-to-peer local Bitcoins. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I would say exchange is the best way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, until they come up with a way where kind of like how you have your debit card, where you can just use that easily. But then
Yeah.
I guess it's not very secure then, right? When you're doing it online or through your phone or whatever. So
Mhm.
is that what
Not
you're saying?
necessarily, but yes, just as we spoke the other day also, right? MasterCard is coming up with their own crypto card, and
Right.
PayPal is coming up with their own crypto card. So in the near future, we can expect a lot of things to change with respect to converting this payment as a mode of exchange, using cryptos. So these things are gonna come very soon. It's gonna be exciting days, but till then, you have no other go to convert your crypto to fiat.
Mm-hmm.
Depend on an exchange, no other go.